All right, in this file called Spacing Practice, we're going to start working with what is called the tracking and the kerning of characters and words. Now remember, tracking is when you increase the space of an entire word, line, paragraph. So I'm going to select this word typography, and I'm going to go to my character panel, which is right here. Now, right here is our size of our type. Here is the leading. This refers to the kerning, and this refers to the tracking. So what I want to do is I'm going to increase this tracking. I'm going to increase it a lot. I'm going to increase it, let's say, 200%. And you notice that when we did that, it stretches the type, almost like if you did some of you may remember using silly putty, where you would put on some newspaper and then stretch it. That's what we're doing. We're stretching out all the space between all the characters so it looks kind of abnormal. Now, just because the numbers in here go from -100 to positive 200 doesn't mean we can't go any more. I could actually type in 400 in there, and it would really stretch the type across. All right, so now I'm going to do this one. I'm going to select this piece of type. I'm going to get my type tool. I'm going to select it, double click on it. I'm going to go up to character, and this time, instead of doing positive tracking, I'm going to do negative tracking. Now again, what that's doing is it's squishing in the text all together. Now when you do stretching or smushing of type using the tracking command, anytime you do this, you're going to decrease readability. So you want to be careful when you're doing this and not to do a lot, but just try to use a little bit. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to try to control the kerning. Now remember, kerning is the space between two characters. So instead of selecting the whole type, I'm just going to put my cursor between the T and the Y. And what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to make more space here by increasing the kerning. So again, I'm going to go to my character palette, and right here it says this is the kerning. Now you notice it automatically says -40. Now I didn't do that. So the person who designed this typeface, which is called Marriott Pro, said that when you have the T and the Y together, it should be negatively kerned 40, -40. So I'm just going to put that out to 0, and you'll see that it moves the Y away from the T. Now if I do that a lot more, let's say 100, it moves it a lot more. And again, if I do 200, it pushes it away. Now I'm not actually, I need you to understand that I'm not pushing the space bar here. I'm actually controlling the space here by using this command called kerning. Now I'm going to come down to the same thing between the T and the Y here, and now I'm going to decrease the kerning. So currently it's at -40, but I'm even going to go more. I'm going to go, let's say, -100. And see how it really tucks in the Y underneath there? Now again, I can type in any amount I want. So I'm going to say -200. And if I type that in correctly, all right, if I type in 200, okay, see how the T and the Y now are almost touching? And I can continue to do that until they overlap or touch. All right, so go ahead and save this file with your last name, and we're going to submit that into the e-learning Dropbox.